I think it's time we talk about Super Smash Bros. And its future today. I love Smash Bros. I don't think I'll ever be more hyped for a game than Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I remember back in like 2008 going to the Smash Dojo every day, seeing new information, seeing new characters revealed. It was amazing. It was awesome. And Smash Bros. Has been in our lives for a very, very long time. And I want to thank Sakurai for all his hard work, him and his team. They created phenomenal games throughout the entire series. Every Smash Bros. Is awesome. I love them all. But it's come to the point where I think they should take a step back during the Switch 2 and not make a new Smash Bros. Game. First of all, I think they will make a new Smash Bros. This generation. It makes so much money. There's so much hype around it. But personally, I think I'm good. I think I'm good with Ultimate. I think it's only down from Ultimate. That game gave us so many incredible characters, a billion stages, like one of the greatest soundtracks of all of gaming for sure, if not the greatest, because it's just a collection of the greatest hits of Nintendo and other third-party franchises. There's so much to love about Ultimate, and I do feel like it was a nice finale to Smash Bros. So here are my reasons why we should skip Smash Bros. For the Switch 2. So a major issue for me, personally, is that I feel like Smash Bros. Has really deviated from its original concept of Nintendo characters coming together and you being able to play as them and fight as them. The roster is so bloated with third-party characters. Don't get me wrong, I love Mega Man, I love Banjo-Kazooie, I love the third-party characters, but it just feels like there's so many of them now that it's not special. Back during Brawl, when it was just Sonic and Snake, it felt like, oh my god, the floodgates were open. I wonder what could happen. And now they are open, and we're just getting so many third-party characters. And I wouldn't mind that as much if there was more Nintendo characters to balance that out. And the problem is that there really isn't many major Nintendo characters to add anymore. I think Dixie Kong is probably the last major character they could add. Of course, you could be like, oh, Bandana Waddle Dee or Waluigi, but those characters don't really have the same like gravitas as like, let's say, Ridley or Wolf from Star Fox, right? We're really like digging deep for characters for Nintendo. So what I want is for the Switch 2 to start making new IPs, new franchises, to start making new characters that they can add for Smash. I think we're done with Fire Emblem characters and Pokemon characters. We don't need any more. So I really want some new IPs from Nintendo this generation so that Smash Bros. Could be more of a celebration for Nintendo and not just gaming as a whole. It's cool that they're celebrating all of gaming now, but I really want them to go back to being Nintendo focused. Personally, that's what I want. I would like to know what you think about this. Do you feel like they're moving too far away from Nintendo? Are you okay with that? Do you like that there's third-party characters more often now? The next issue I want to bring up is that the next game is probably going to feel a lot smaller than Ultimate, and that's going to be a hard pill to swallow, right? There will 100% be cuts, either between third-party characters, clones, and just maybe the fluff in between. Like, I love Wolf, but do we really need Fox, Falco, and Wolf? Probably not. Maybe Lucas will go away. Maybe they'll get rid of Lucario. There will be cuts, and it's gonna be pretty sad to see your favorite character from the roster disappear. So with the lack of new Nintendo characters, we're gonna start losing characters as well. So there's not really this balance of like, okay, we have new characters to replace those old characters, like they kind of did for like Melee to Brawl, where Brawl like cut a bunch of Melee characters, but we got Ike, we got Lucas, we got King Dedede, we got a bunch of characters to replace those clone characters. So I think we need to give Nintendo some time, get some new franchises, or start thinking up of new characters to add. And the next point is a big one. It's I want Sakurai to be free. I want him to be free of Smash Bros. He did his time. He worked for over a decade on just Smash Bros. I think it's time for him to soar into the skies and make some incredible games. I finally got my hands on Kid Icarus Uprising a few years ago, and that game was phenomenal. I want to see more from this guy. So I'm super excited that Kirby Air Riders is being made by him. I'm so happy he gets to finally work on something different, but I don't want him to come back to Smash. I know he's the only man who could do it, but I really hope he had like a protege during his time, during Ultimate, or he comes back in a smaller role, because I really want to see what this guy can make. He makes phenomenal video games, and I don't want him trapped to just one franchise. So these are pretty much my 3 reasons why I think Smash Bros. Should take a break, skip the Switch 2 generation, and we should just wait patiently for the next one for the next console, whatever that is. If they decide to make a new Smash Bros., I think it should be a reboot. I think they should go back to the drawing board, keep the same gameplay, but change the characters' movesets to be more like their contemporary counterparts, right? So Mario could use like Cappy, Samus would use her new suit for Metroid Dread, maybe Zelda could use like her Sheikah Slate, and I feel like this could be a great way to make the game feel like it has its own identity. It won't be dragged back by a lack of a huge roster, and it could focus more on like present day Nintendo, which could be interesting in its own rights. So this is why I believe that Nintendo should step away from Smash this generation. Let me know what you think about my ideas in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you not care? You're just happy to see new Smash Bros? You don't mind third-party characters, so you're happy to see as many as you can. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and I hope to see you next time.